So you said one of the lessons I've learned from mushrooms is to surf the wave of energy that is most present. What does that mean?
It means when you get the inspiration to do something, you better do it right there and then, even if you're in your pajamas. Like the universe ain't waiting. You got the hit, you got the energy, the download, you better act on it right away. Because it's a bit like Christopher Nolan was talking about this too when he's in his writing process. He's writing his movies. He wakes up in the middle of the night and he's like, oh my God, I have the whole scene in my head.
Yeah.
He goes to his typewriter. He actually writes his scripts on a typewriter, starts writing it immediately because he knows, and he said it such a great way. He said, if I wait till the morning, it's going to be gone. It's like you're drunk, but in a good way. You're drunk with inspiration. You're going to wake up sober. And although you made some notes, I'm going to write this in the morning, it's not going to be the same. So always go to the typewriter in the middle of the night. Do the thing that you're inspired to do. So with the surfing the waves, I find life is like surfing the waves of the ocean. There's going to be things that knock you off balance. There's going to be rough waves. There's going to be beautiful waves. There's going to be sunsets. There's going to be storms. Your job is to, number one, keep the balance. Just keep the balance. Stay on the board. Don't freak out if you fall off. Just get back on. And then when you spot the perfect golden inspiration, whether it's to call a friend or to start a business or to write the book, when it's truly clear, like this is the moment, you have to put everything to the side and get to work. It's magic. There's magic in that. You feel it in your life?
Yeah, mate. So the way that I love how you've put that. The way that I try and conceptualize that is, I call it kind of getting sparked. There's that spark.
Tom Spark.
There's that spark of inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiration in spirit. Yeah. The spirit is in you.
I love that.
Yeah. Now, how do you attack tasks when you're inspired? You're enthusiastic. Okay.
Which I think comes from
the Greek word entheos.
Yes.
The God within.
Yes.
So when you are enthusiastic and inspired, you are literally...
You're channeling God. You're channeling God. Yeah. Guys, it's not just Abraham Hicks who channels. It's all of us are channelers.
It's all of us.
Yeah.
It's all of us through this, whatever we've got here, we can channel,
You're channeling writing. You're channeling music. You're channeling making a video, making a podcast. You're on the frequency.
It's that frequency. So yeah, I guess we won't, but a lot of what I'm interested in is getting myself and helping others get to that frequency. Yes. Get sparked, because that's where God does his work through us, you know? So yeah, man, you were listening to you then, like, yeah, man, just absolutely feeling that. With that in mind, another lesson you learned from mushrooms is your intuition already knows what you need to do. And I think that kind of ties in somewhat. You're in tune-ition. How does that look for you? And how do you know when your intuition is pointing you in a certain direction? How do you build a relationship with it?
Through trust and through listening. I remember, who else can relate to this? You know you shouldn't do something. You know you shouldn't meet someone. But then you go do it. Just to check. See if your intuition was right. Just going to check. I'm going to go. I know I shouldn't go in that haunted house. I'm just going to check. So it's the trust. Why check? Just trust the message that's coming through. Save yourself the trouble. And your life is going to be much smoother.
Do you say haunted house?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such like a good way to put it. Yeah.
It's like, that doesn't look right. Let's go check it out.
I bet that's going to be scary in there. Yeah, it was.
And we all do this. It's like, I know I shouldn't have done that. But you did it. You knew you shouldn't have done it. But so what does that say about the relationship you have with the intuition? It means that you're not listening to it. You're not trusting it. You're not building a relationship with it. This is like your best friend living inside you, whispering secrets in your ear, telling you, go this way, go that way. But it's quiet. It's quiet. And the mind takes control and says, no, I know best. I'm the ego. I will do this. But the heart, the intuition, maybe both, I don't know if they're even separate. It's saying, no, do this, go this way. So I think it's building the trust and paying attention to your life. And after a while, the amount of synchronicities between I thought it was a good idea to do this and it turned out beautifully. I thought it was a bad idea to do this. I didn't do it and I saved myself a lot of trouble. Once you establish that inner-outer world relationship, it's just such a no-nonsense. You're going to see it play out in your life. But if you keep checking, you're never going to get the chance to establish that relationship because part of you still doesn't trust the heart.
Your intuition is your best friend, whispering secrets in your ear. So with that being said, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. So trust your intuition, trust your heart. And the cave that you fear to enter holds the treasure.
Yeah, the thing you're most afraid of is probably the thing you're going to have to do. So for a long time, I was camera shy. Didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be seen by people. So, of course, I become a YouTuber. Right? It's like the universe is like, you're afraid of this? Okay, we're going to set up all these events that will inspire you to share a message. So you will have to get over that. Whatever you're afraid of, the cave you fear to enter is exactly where the treasure is. And I'm finding so much value in being seen, in putting my voice out there, in having I've learned more from YouTube and podcasting than I have from any other project. It's just a constant mirroring, right? You make something, you watch it back, you see how you present yourself, you edit it. It's a constant feedback loop. So it's beautiful. And so whatever you're afraid of public speaking, guess what? Probably somewhere in your future, you're going to have to get up on a stage in front of 1,000 people. Now you have free will, so you can deny it. You can deny your inner gifts because that's the gifts trying to come through. The fear is, you can deny it. And you see this in people who they live their life kind of boxed in, constrained. They really want to do something, but they've never had that courage to take the leap. So you got to have the courage.
Don't die with the music still inside you.
Exactly. My friend Steve likes to put it, he talks about manifestation. He says, you can align your vibe and visualize, and things will start coming through. But there's one extra step that manifestation won't help you with. You'll have to say yes to the thing that's showing up. So you intend to have the ideal partner show up. They're going to come through. Universe will bring them. Will you have the courage to say yes, or will you run away? You want to be a famous, actor. If you really hold that frequency, it'll come through. But will you have the courage to get up on stage and then do it, do the work? So there's a piece of manifestation that always comes back to you. And if you have the courage, it'll work out. And you know, because your intuition is telling you. It always works out. If you want to see the full episode with me and Tom, head over to jamesxander.com/TomSpark. That'll give you access to the full conversation where we go in depth into psychedelics, the power of plant medicine, manifestation, the works of Neville Goddard, relationships, boundaries, and so much more. I am so delighted by this conversation, and I'd love it if you could check it out. Head over to the full conversation at jamesxander.com/TomSpark.